there, I'm Hannah and welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing my March book haul. This month I managed to accumulate 35 books. That's a lot of books, but this month Book Outlet was having a lot going on. They had so many great books on the website and I just couldn't resist. And then to add on to that, I ordered about 10 books from Amazon, which I'm regretting just a little, but not enough to feel bad about it. Alright, let's get into it. The first book I received this month was from Kiersten White, actually. She was offering an ARC for Art deal, and so in exchange for an ARC of her new book, And I Darken, I am going to make her a pair of shoes and post them all over social media, and I might even make a video of me making them. So, more to come on that. This is a Vlad the Impaler retelling. I'm a huge history buff and I'm super excited to read this one. I've been looking forward to it ever since I found out that she was writing it, and now I have a copy of it and I can't wait to dive in, so hoping to get to this one soon. And then I received the Bookly box for March, and I got The Girl Who Just Appeared by Jonathan Harvey. This book is about a girl who is trying to find out about her past. She was adopted when she was just a few months old, and she wants to know more about who she was at birth. Honestly, this doesn't sound like something that really appeals to me, but I'll give it a go. So, yeah, I have this now. And then I ordered a ton of books from Amazon, which I'm a little ashamed of, and I bought Soul to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. This is a historical fiction novel about a boat that crashed, I think. I don't know. I've heard great things about this book and I couldn't resist, and the cover's so beautiful and I want to read it, so I bought it. Next up is The Winner's Kiss by Marie Rutkowski. This is the third book in the Winner's trilogy, and I actually already read it. It was amazing. Dear Lord, it was amazing. The writing was so good and the plot was amazing, and I loved it so much. More to come on this. I might do a book review. We'll see. We'll see. Next up is Burning Glass by Catherine Purdy. I'm currently reading this one. It is a high fantasy novel about a girl who could feel other people's feelings, and the Emperor calls on her to come to their palace and spy on people, basically. Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I really like the premise, and the cover is beautiful, and it has purple lettering all over it, so it's great. More to come on this later. And then I bought Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tuschulk. I think that's how you say it. I could be very wrong. To be honest, this was a complete cover buy because the cover is just so beautiful. Just look at it. Just look at it. It's beautiful. But the story itself was a very fast-paced read. It was quick and fun and quirky, and I loved it. I actually reviewed it on my blog, which I will link down below. Next up, I bought Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This book was amazing. It was the first book in her Dark Artifices series, and I waited 3 years for this book and it delivered. It was so good. See, I have all these quotes and parts tabbed in here. Not as much as some people, but it's quite a lot for me. It was just so good. It was everything I wanted it to be and more, and I'm so excited for the next book. I also reviewed this on my blog, which I will link down below. Next, I bought Into the Dim by Janet B. Taylor. I'm not entirely sure what this book is about, but it was pitched as an YA Outlander, so I'm excited to read it, though I've never actually read Outlander, but I've heard great things about it. All I know is that it involves time travel and historical fiction, and it's just, it looks good. It looks really, really good, so I have it, and I'm gonna read it, hopefully soon. So yeah. Next up, I bought The Orphan Queen by Jodi Meadows. This is another high fantasy novel. I assume an orphan finds out she's a queen. I'm not entirely sure what it's about, to be honest, but it's high fantasy, and I really, really love high fantasy. It's been all I've been reading lately, and it's just great. It's great. So I picked this up. Plus, I've heard a lot of great things about it, so I figured why not? And the sequel is coming out this month sometime, so... And by this month, I mean April. The sequel's coming out in April sometime, so I figured I'd give it a go, and if I like it, I'll pick up the sequel, and it'll be a good time. The next up is Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. I think I said her name wrong. I could be very, very, very wrong, but I hope I'm not. This was another cover buy, if we're being honest, because it's so beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a high fantasy, I'm fairly sure, about a girl who disguises herself as a boy and is awesome. I've heard really great things about this, and I'm excited to get to it. So, yeah, I'm excited for this one. Next up is The Assassin's Heart by Sarah Ahears. The copy Amazon sent me has some stuff on the bottom, and I'm tempted to send it back because I'm a book snob, and I like when my covers remain pretty. It's like, it's sticky. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. Yeah. This is another high fantasy novel that I honestly have no idea what it's about. Sounds classic. Like a classic, wonderful YA fantasy novel. I can't wait. I've heard really good things about this one, so I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna read it. I'll probably enjoy it because it's fantasy and I love fantasy. So yeah, I'm excited to have this one. And then the last one I ordered from Amazon was The Captive Prince by C.S. Pacat. This is another fantasy novel. I think it's adult fantasy. About a prince that gets captured and he's taken and made a slave. I'm pretty sure this is an LGBT book, which is wonderful because you don't see that a lot in A, any books, and B, fantasy especially. So I'm really excited. I've heard so many good things about this, so many authors were raving, and I want to jump on the bandwagon. So I bought the first book, and if I love it, I'm gonna buy the rest and read them. So, yes, I'm excited. My hair is really wild today. Ugh. And now for the bargain shopping, which is, it comes with a mild amount of shame. First of all, I ordered Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I already own a copy of this, but it's the paperback copy, and I wanted a hardcover. Plus, it's the exclusive collector's edition. It has an exclusive prequel for the Darkling story, which I actually bought on Kindle and read there, so I didn't need the exclusive edition. But it was for cheap on Book Outlet, so I got it, and now I have it in hardcover. Yay! Yeah. Another book I ordered a second copy of was The Winter's Curse by Marie Rakowski. I already own the paperback copy, which I actually think is prettier. I think it's prettier personally. It's brighter. It's really pretty. But I wanted the hardback copy to match my other copies, so now I have it. I don't know why I'm still holding this. So now I have it, and and it matches, and it's lovely. And it's all pretty and red. Actually, it's kind of brown. Oh. Now for books I didn't own before. I bought Pegasus, The Flame of Olympus by Kate O'Hearn at Books A Million for $4. This is a middle grade urban fantasy that involves Greek mythology, and I'm a huge fan of mythology, so I figured why not? It's $4. So now I have it, just in case I'm in the mood for some fantasy. I also bought Loki's Wolves by K.L. Armstrong and M.A. Marr. This is a Norse mythology book. I'm not entirely sure what it's about, but it's Norse mythology, and mythology is mythology, so I figured, why not? It was only $3, so now I have it. Yeah. I also got Falling Into Place by Amy Zhang. This is a contemporary novel focusing on suicide, I'm fairly sure. I am not the biggest fan of contemporary, but every now and then I really just want to dive into a good contemporary novel. So I picked up this one, because maybe one day I'll be feeling it and I'll be like, I'm gonna smash in some contemporary, it'll be good. Also got Confess by Colleen Hoover. I've never read a Colleen Hoover novel, but everybody raves about them and says that you have to read a Colleen Hoover book at some point in your life. So when this one was on clearance, I picked it up. I have no idea what it's about, I'm not gonna try and explain. So, Colleen Hoover. I also picked up Succubus Blues by Richelle Mead. I'm a huge fan of Richelle Mead. I've read all of her YA books. I've enjoyed them all, except The Glittering Court, which comes out tomorrow. Woo. Anyway, it's the first in a series, I'm fairly sure, and I'm excited for it, because I've never read any of her adult fantasy, so I have it. There's still more. How is there more? Ugh, I have a problem. I have a problem. First up is The Gollum and the Jinni by Helene Wecker. I don't know a lot about this book, but I know the cover is pretty, and that's pretty much the entire reason I bought it. Reagan said something about it on her channel a while back. We'll link her down below and see if I can find the video. She said it was a really good story and the cover's beautiful, so it was on there for like $3, $4, so I bought it because it's pretty. I should stop buying books because they're pretty. I bought Shadowfell by Juliet Mariller. This is a YA fantasy. I have no idea what it's about. It's just a YA fantasy about a girl who does a thing and she's the chosen one. And that just sounds like something I would read and enjoy, so I bought it. It was like $3. I'm sorry, I'm weak. Next up are 2 books by Margaret Peterson Haddix, Just Ella and Palace of Mirrors. They are fairy tale retellings, I'm fairly sure, but to be honest, I bought them because the covers are really beautiful. But also because retellings, I really enjoy retellings, so I own them now. Maybe I'll read them. I feel like they're more middle grade than they are YA, and they're really short, so they'll be quick reads. I don't know. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna do it. They're really pretty. Next up is Shadowscale by Rachel Hartman. This is the second book in a series, the first one being Seraphina. They're about dragons. That's what I know in the first book. I haven't read it, but I own the first book, and I saw this for cheap on Book Outlet, so I was like, I'll just buy it while I can. So I did. This is why I'm poor. I should read the books I buy and then buy the sequels, because that would make sense. But now I can marathon it, so I have less guilt. Speaking of, Chaos by Lainey Bross. This is another book, or second book in a series. The first one being Fates. I own Fates. I bought it off Book Outlet like 3 months ago, so I bought the sequel when I saw it. Now I can marathon it. That's my excuse. I'm gonna marathon it. I keep saying that. I actually have no idea where it is on my TBR shelf. I'm gonna have to literally dig for it. Yeah. Wish me luck there. But I want to get to it, because I'm fairly sure it centers on mythology, and I like that. I like that a lot. Next up is Plus One by Elizabeth Fama. They sent me a damaged copy. Well, it's not surprising, because it's Book Outlet, and it was cheap. But I didn't know this copy was going to be damaged, but there's a marker mark on it. It's on the cover. Is my cat behind me? This is, I'm fairly sure, a sci-fi book. It's blurbed by Marissa Meyer, so I assume they blurbed her because it's similar to her genre. It's about like a light and dark society, I think. I don't know, it sounded good and the cover's beautiful, so I bought it. Next up is Nil and Nil Unlocked. Nil on Fire's the third one, by Lynn Matson. I followed her on Instagram and Twitter for like 2 years now, and I've never read her books, so I saw the hardcovers on Book Outlet for like $3 each, and I was like, I'm getting in on that. I'm just gonna be a part of that. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read them. It's about children trapped on an island, I think. Like some Lord of the Flies thing. I don't know. Next up is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. This is another YA contemporary novel, also focusing, I'm pretty sure, on some sensitive topics. I've heard a lot of good things about this one, and when I saw it on Book Outlet for a few dollars, I decided to pick it up, so here it is. I'm excited to read it, not gonna lie. Next up is Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. This is a fantasy sci-fi superhero novel. I've never read a Brandon Sanderson book, but I've heard a lot of good things about them, especially the Mistborn trilogy. Kat over on Katie-tastic read this one and said it was amazing, so when I saw it for $4 on clearance, I decided to pick it up. Give it a go. Next is Far, Far Away by Tom Neal. Honestly bought this because the cover is pretty and the dust jacket is super weird. It's just like, it's clear. It makes the book less pretty. I don't get it, but I like it. I feel like it has something to do with the book. I'm pretty sure this is about witches. Or a ghost? Next up is The Conspiracy of Us by Maggie Hall. I've heard a lot about this book lately, as the sequel just came out. It's a YA adventure with a secret society. From the description, it reminds me a lot of Passenger by Alexander Bracken, and people have just been raving about this one and the sequel. So when I saw it on Book Outlet for only a few dollars, I picked it up. I'm excited to get to it, and it should be a fun time. Then I have The Blackthorn Key by Kevin Sands. This is, I'm fairly sure, a middle grade book, probably fantasy. It's set in London, so I picked it up. Also, I think I was still riding the Lady Midnight high when I read this, and I saw Blackthorn and was like, I need it. Yeah. Lastly, I have The Bone Season and the Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. I honestly don't know a lot about what these books are about, but I've seen them all over Bookstagram and BookTube, and everybody says they're amazing and I have to read them. So when I saw them for like $3 each, I was like, I need them, I will have them. So yeah, like that, it sounds amazing, so I picked it up. I have no regrets with these ones. Alright, that is all for today. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll be back soon with more. Bye!